We are learning Mesechtes Yoma Daf Nun Gimel Amid Beis. We've been discussing when the Kohen Gadol would leave the Kodesh HaKodeshim, that he would walk out backwards. So the Gemara says, Amar Rabbi Alexandri, Amar Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi, Hamispal, when someone davens, Sarch She'afsia, he needs to step back, Sholosh Psiyas, 3 steps. La'achurav, backwards. Ve'acher kach yitin shalom, and then he gives shalom. That's what we do. 3 steps back, oiseh shalom. Amle Rav Mordechai, given shapasa shalosh pesiyas la'achurav, since you take 3 steps back, hasam ibay leila mekam, you need to remain standing there. Don't go right back to where you were. Marshal Talmud Haniftim Rabbi, like a Talmud who loses Rabbi. If he goes back right away, doima, it's similar lekelev sheshaval kei, to a dog that goes and eats it what it just threw up. Ooh, that's pretty gross. Why is that? A Talmud goes back to his Rebbe after he left him? Because when you leave your Rebbe, the point is you need to digest what you've just learned. Running back is either not giving enough time for you to appreciate what you learned, and you're trying to get something more. So after you finish davening, you take 3 steps back and you wait, and you let the moment affect you, or the time you just spent davening to Hashem take its effect. We learned in a brace like this as well. First wide line. When a person davens, he takes 3 steps back and then he gives shalom. And if he didn't do that, it's befitting, it's better for him not to daven. Umishum Shmaya, they say the name of Shmaya. Shenaisin Shalom liyamin v'achach l'smol. You give shalom to your right and then to the left. Shanel, the pasuk says, miyaminoi, his right hand. What did Hashem hold in his right hand? Eishdas lamai. He held the Torah. So you see the right is chashuv. V'amr yipo mitzitcha elef. It says that from his left hand 100 will fall. Urevava, and 10,000 mimecha from his right hand. So the right is more chashuv. Why do you need a second raya to this? You might say it's just normally you hold something in your right hand, so the Torah is held in the right. You see that the right is more powerful. Rava saw Abaya bowing to the right first and saying, you think it means you're right? L'smol didach ka'amina. The haviyamina is shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I mean, your left, which is HaKadosh Baruch Hu's right. Like it says, Shivisi Hashem, l'negdi samad, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is opposite me. So Hashem, kaviyachol, the Shekhinah is opposite me. So the yamin of Hashem is to my left. So I go to the left first, and then to the right. Amar Rav Chia Barei de Rav Huna, Chazina lahu la'abayev Rava, depasilu shalosh pasis b'kri achas. They would take the 3 steps back while bowing. So if you put this all together, what do we got? You bow, kri achas, you take 3 steps back, to your left, Eisha Shalom b'mreimov, to your right, Yes Hashem Aleinu, look forward, Aleinu Akal Yisrael v'imru Amen. Then you wait. How long do you wait? Well, Machaber writes either till Kedusha or till the Chazan starts Chazar Shashatz. If you're the Chazan, you're going to be starting Shemon Esrei, so you should wait Kedei Hiluch Daled Amos. Okay. So the Kohen Gadol, after he would leave the Kodesh HaKodeshim, when he was in the Beis HaChitzon, he would say a tefillah. Could you imagine? What would you daven for? You finish the Keteris. Now, I have to imagine the Keteris and the Avodah, that was a major Avodah. That was the Avodah. Now there's a tefillah that comes after that. So my Matzli, what did he say? Rav Ada Travayu Mishmei de Rav Amri, they say in the name of Rav, Yihirat L'fanach Hashem Elokeinu, Shetei Shana Zu Geshuma V'Shechuna. It should be a rainy, hot year. Shechuna Mal Yusi. Is that a good thing? Hot is good. Elaima Im Shechuna. This is the tefillah of the Kohen Gadol after he leaves the Kodesh HaKodeshim. If it's going to be hot this year, Hashem, Geshuma, make sure it rains a lot. Rav Acha Brei Rav Misayim, but he didn't finish with that. Mishmei Rav Yehuda, He said, "La ya'adi avid shultan mid the Beis Yehuda." Let the Yidden not be ruled over by anybody else. Let the Jews not have to support each other. Let them be able to wage war, conquer countries, and be able to get money from the others. Don't listen to the tefillah of the travelers, the Ivri Drachim, because they say don't rain. But Hashem, we need the rain. He was going on the road. It started raining on him. Now remember, Chanina ben Daisa, the whole world was supported by him, but he was very, very poor. And it could be when it says it was raining on him, it was raining on him. He could be didn't have another shirt or something. He was getting wet. The whole world is tranquil. And I'm in such pain. It stopped raining. When he got home, the whole world is bitzar because they need the rain. And I'm good. So it started raining. I remember the reason why he was benachas, Rashi says, because he had no fields to plant. Amr Yosef, my ahanile, tzelusa the Kohen Gadol l'gabe Chanina ben Daisa. You see that even the tefillah of the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur was nothing compared to Chanina ben Daisa. Okay, there was one Kohen Gadol, sheherich b'tfilasei. He had a long tefillah. You figured, he just finished the avodah. He must have been feeling very connected. So he was davening a long tefillah. Guess what? The Kohanim thought you're not allowed to go into the Kodesh HaKadoshim or to the Heichel when the Kohen Gadol was doing the avodah. But they figured if he came out and he's still there, maybe he died. So they his chilu him nechnas, and they started to go in after him. For who yaitz, and he was walking out. So he's like, "What are you guys doing?" They said to him, "Why'd you daven so long? We got nervous." Is it so shver to you? I was davening for you. Ve'al beis hamikdash shelo and for the base of English, it shouldn't be destroyed. They said to him, Al tiragel asis, do me a favor, don't get used to doing this. Sheshaninu, we learned in the Mishnah, don't scare the Jews. So you're right, you're doubting everybody, but we get too nervous, we get too scared. Not a good practice. When the Aron was taken, here it doesn't say Nignas, we'll get to that in the Gemara. Evan Hoisa Sham. There was a stone in this place. Unfortunately, now there is a great dome over this rock. Evan Hoisa Sham. From the days of Nevi'im Rishonim. Now this rock was there from the beginning of creation. From the times of Nevi'im Rishonim, Rashi says Davru Shmuel. So then the rock was uncovered, and we were able to see it. V'shesiya Hoisa Nikras. It was called the Evan HaShesiya because that is where the world began from. And it was over. It came off of the ground. 3 fingers off the ground. And that is where he would put the machta and the keteris, not in front of it, but on top of it. Okay, now we're back to continuing the avodah. So he came out with he did the keteris. Then he goes and he gets the dam from the person who was stirring it. This is the dam of the par. And he goes to the place where he entered, and he stands in the place where he stood. Again, because we had to go through a whole shakavatari exactly where he stood. It was bein abadim. It was ala aron. It was when the aron was there, and it was the badim were there. So then he was between there. Otherwise, it was kibbeh and abadim. So the Mishnah just says he went back to where he was. And then he started doing hazoi, sprinkling, one in an upward motion, with his hand facing upward, his palm facing up, so that's achas lamala, v'sheva lamata, with his hand facing down, sheva lamata. I'm sorry, I skipped on. He wasn't trying to do one up or down. He wanted to, but he did. Rashi says kamatzlav b'shurazu tachazu, one under the other. That's what he was trying to get. So one up, and then the other ones were under it. Okay. V'kach hayamoina achas. Achas v'achas, achas v'shtayim, achas v'shalosh, achas v'arba, achas v'chamish, achas v'sheish, achas v'sheva. He counted the one with the other seven. I think the Ramchal writes that he's connecting the one that goes lamala with the sheva lamata. Yotza, he leaves v'hinicha al kain, and he puts it onto the pole. Al kain hazahav, on a golden pole shel shebehechel. And Havila is a sayer. Then he goes back to the goat that was Lashem. Shachta he shachta the kibbutz mizrak, and he's makabel the dam in a vessel. Nichnes l'makam shenichnes v'makam shama. And he goes back into the Kodesh HaKadoshim. V'hizi mimenu. That's his third kenisa into the Kodesh HaKadoshim. Oh my God! V'hiza mimenu achas amal v'achshav l'mato v'kacha yemoina achas v'shtayim v'chulei yatsa. He left v'nichi al kain, and he left it on a base, on a golden base hasheni, a second one shebeichel. Rabbi Yehuda says no, there weren't two. Lo hayisham ela kain echad bilvad, and natal hadam apar. He took the dam apar v'niach dam aser. V'hiza mimenu, and now he sprinkled with it on the pereiches shekeneged ha'aron mibachutz. Achaz amal v'shav l'mata v'glohi maschaven v'kacha yemayna v'chulei natal dam aser. Then he took the blood of the sayer and he did the same thing. V'nech dam apar v'hiza mimenu al pereiches shekeneged ha'aron mibachutz. Achaz amal v'shav l'mata. And then ira dam apar l'tech dam ha'sayer. He mixed the dam of the par, which was a lot more, into the dam of the sayer. So we'll get v'nasanas hamali bereka, and then he would take that and put it back into an empty kli. This way it would get mixed very well. And that was that. Then he was going to go into the Mizbeach Hazov. Let's discuss the Gemara says, Mishanignaz. The Mishnah says, Mishanitel. When it was taken. Why does it say Mishanignez? It l'chayra should say Mishanignez. When it was hidden, not when it was taken. Mishanignez like Tani, ala Mishanitel. Tanan. It says that it was taken. Kaman, de Amar, Aron, Golo, Lebavel. This is following the Mandamar that says that the Aron was taken to Bavel, to Babylonia, to Iraq. The Tanya, like we learned in the Brayso, Rebbe Lezer Eimer Orein Golo Libavel Shemar Ulchuvas Ashana Shalach Hamelech Nebuchadnezzar V'Yevi'el Bevola Im Klei Chemdas Beis Hashem. The precious kilim of the Beis Hashem, that was the Aron went to Bavel. Ibshim Ben Yichai Eimer Orein Golo Bavel. He brings a Rayish and Amar V'Lo Yivaser Davar Amar Hashem. Nothing. Dover, no dover remains. What's the dover? Elasar Sadibra Shabai. The luches that were in the Arain were taken. Was not left in Yerushalayim. Rabbi Yehuda either Ben Lakish or not. Aimer, he says, Arin b'mekayimei nignaz. It was hidden in its place. Shenamar vayiru Rashi abadim min hakodesh al pnei advir. They could see the tops, the edges of the badim from the kodesh. V'lo yiru achutza. We couldn't see it outside, but you're able to see the poles sticking through the pareches. The Yiyu Shama, they were there at Yoma until this day. So he says, Ad Yoma sounds like even now it's there, must be Nignas. Okay, that is the opinion. Those are three shitas in the Brisa. Now, Upligel de Ula. The Amar Ula holds that Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, even though this Brisa says that Reb Shimon Bar Yochai held that it was taken to Bavel, he has a teaching that says Reb Shimon Bar Yochai held that it was Nignas. As follows: Amar Ula Shol Rabbi Masya ben Charash as Reb Shimon Bar Yochai b'Romi. Reb Masya ben Charash asked Reb Shimon Bar Yochai in Rome. B'chayach Reb Elazar Melamed Pam Rishayna V'Shniya Aron Gol LeBavel. Being that we have sources that it's in the Pesukim that it went to Bavel. The first source is the Amran V'Yiviu Bavelok Im Kli Chemdas Beis Hashem. Shni in the second pasuk, what's that? Kol hadara, all of its beauty. My kol hadara, chadara. Rashi says, Hagonas b'chedri chadarim, things that were hidden in the chedri in the Kodesh HaKadoshim. My ata Eimer, what do you say, Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai? Amalei shani Eimer, Aron b'mekoymei nignaz. The Aron was buried in its place. Shem like the pasuk says, Varichu habadim ad hayom hazeh. The Gemara on the Daled will continue with this ad hayom hazeh. That's such a good ride.